Hello Internet, it's me Josh, the Aging Gamer. So, big news! Sony has just announced that they too are jumping on that mini console hype train. They are bringing us the PlayStation Classic. Based on the PlayStation 1, it's 45% smaller, comes with 2 controllers, and 20 preloaded games. 5 of those games were revealed, being Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3, Wild Arms, Jumping Flash, and Final Fantasy VII. Hearing this announcement, I immediately thought, wow, that's pretty damn awesome. But giving it some time to process and thinking about all the stuff that's included, my excitement level has kind of gone down a little bit. But that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Let's break down that PlayStation Classic trailer and let's pick apart and see what the system is all about. First off, we're shown that it's called the PlayStation Classic, and it's 45% smaller than the original console. I think it's kind of funny that Sony decided to straight up call this the PlayStation Classic. Nintendo came out with the NES Classic Edition and Super Nintendo Classic Edition, and Sony has no problem letting everyone know that not only are they stealing that idea, but they're using the same name too. Next, we see that, like the NES and SNES Classics, it has an HDMI output, which is great, but pretty much a given in this day and age. They also mentioned in small print that the USB AC adapter is not included with the system. What? What the hell? Okay, I understand it's 2018 and chances are you got a USB adapter somewhere in your house, but at the price point that this system is at, there's no reason that it shouldn't be included in this package. I mean, that's a pretty essential part of turning on the system. Well, after that, they show off that this system comes with 2 controllers. That's pretty dang cool in my opinion, but you notice something with those controllers? They are the old PlayStation controllers. That's a shame. I mean, they get the job done, but I think all of us would have preferred the DualShock or dual analog controllers. Like I said, these controllers will get the job done, but some games are just easier to play with the analog. Some games just get annoying using the D-pad. Also, since there's no analogs, I guess we can rule out Ape Escape for being on this collection. Ugh. Next, Sony shows that the power button is, well, a power button, and the reset button suspends games, and hitting the open button will let you switch between your virtual games. They then show us the 5 out of 20 games included. Tekken 3, Final Fantasy VII, and Wild Arms are games I think should absolutely be on this collection. Ridge Racer and Jumping Flash are games I haven't played before, but they all look like they add some variety, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty much it. The system will release December 3rd of this year and will cost $99.99. Yeah, $100 for this. So what's my take on it? I think it's pretty cool, but I also think it's kind of a letdown. PlayStation doing a mini console is great, as the PlayStation had just a massive amount of awesome games. Sure, some games haven't aged too well, a lot of these early PS1 games will make your eyes bleed, and a lot of developers had issues with working camera angles, but the system still has a lot of great games that can be fun to play even today. Narrowing it down to just 20 though is gonna be tough, but maybe I'll do a separate video for that. I've seen a lot of people already saying, what's the point? I can easily get PS1 games on my PS3, Vita, PSP, emulator, or whatever, which I don't really see that as a valid complaint. I mean, everyone went gaga for the NES and SNES classics, and those games are even easier to obtain. What I am disappointed with in this system is just how much they're copying Nintendo. This is just a straight mini system with 20 pre-installed games, and that's it. Typical Sony, it's all about imitating rather than innovating. This system could have been so much cooler if it had some kind of internet connection. Allow us to download more PS1 games to the system. Why couldn't they have designed the PlayStation Classic to actually run real PS1 discs? And with the NES Classic Edition cord length being an issue, why couldn't they have just made the controllers cordless? Or at least have some kind of home button built into the controller so we don't have to keep getting up and down to change games and suspend play. It's little things like that Sony should have seen with the Nintendo Minis and thought, Well, people didn't like that about the systems, let's not do it. It's wasted potential to me, and this just comes off as lazy. But it might just be me. For $100, which is a bit pricey, I think, I kind of expect a little bit more bang for my buck. Instead, it sounds very basic and straightforward. On the flip side of things, at least it's not developed by Games, so we should at least expect a quality mini system. With all of that said though, it still looks pretty cool, but my desire to own one is really going to come down to which games are on this system. Wild Arms and Final Fantasy VII are really cool, but it's not like you can't download those off of Sony's last-gen consoles for, what, $7 to $10? We'll just have to see what games are included. So yeah, overall, I'm a bit disappointed with the hardware, but it all comes down to the games. I need to know the games before I know if I want to even buy this. I guess we could also see how long it takes for gamers to hack the system to play all the PS1 games. But what do you guys think? Yay or nay on the system? You plan on getting it? Don't plan on getting it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.